Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Hoboken Public Library. Sherissa here, and today's video will focus more on plant care since we are in this continuous quarantine self-isolation period during this pandemic. We are all stuck at home, and for those of us that might have some plants that need some TLC, I will just go over some quick tips and tricks in this video. You'll see me take care of some of these plants. Now, as you can see, some of my plants are starting to have little brown spots. Oh, that just chipped. My peace lilies, one of my flowers died here. And I have my succulent here starting to brown. And then this guy, I just put him in here to basically just sprout some roots, but I'm actually going to place him back inside the pot. I have some leaves here, some dry spots, and this here. So my bamboo plant is starting to turn yellow, but there's this nice little corner here of greenery. So I'm actually going to save this bamboo plant, and I'll show you how. And I'm going to repot my bamboo plant and this pothos plant right here, and just show my plants some love. So stick around and see how I do that. First, let's gather all the supplies that we'll need. You'll need a pair of scissors, wipes to disinfect the scissors, an empty spray bottle, some hydrogen peroxide, a clean rag, some rocks if you have any, some soil, and a watering can. The first tip I can give you is that rainwater is best for your plants, but we can't always rely on the weather, so you can always distill your water and add a capful of hydrogen peroxide. The first plant we are going to be taking care of today is my bamboo plant. Now, as you can see here, I have this really long strand that's turning yellow. That means it's dying. So the plan is to cut off at the top where you see that there's a little bit of green to preserve the dying plant and hopefully grow some roots. So carefully grab your scissors, and you're just going to adjust the plant so that it's easy. And you're just going to cut at the top. And there you go. And then you can see that I have cut where you see that there is still some green, and that is where we should get the roots from. I forgot to sneak in one last supply, and that is a vase for this cut up bamboo piece. Now, I sped up this last process because it's essentially just me adding the rocks to the vase. I will also be adding some hydrogen peroxide in there. And the only reason why I'm doing this for this particular plant is because since my stem was already dying, I want to kill whatever bacteria has developed. So go ahead and pour some water in there. And then once that's filled up, make sure that your bamboo plant is nice and sturdy, and just move it around a little bit. You might need to add some rocks in there just to stabilize it. And pro tip, add the rocks before you add the water, because what ended up happening is that water just spilled everywhere. And there you have it. Now you just let it sit for a week, and then you transfer it out to clean water. And now we are going to tackle the rest of the bamboo plants, and we are going to start by breaking up the soil and cleaning out the roots. Now for this next part, I hope none of you are cringing. This part is based on preference. You can go in with your hands to loosen up the soil, but my nails have recently been growing very long since this quarantine. So I used a wide-toothed fork that I do not use while cooking, and I just tried to break up the roots little by little. Also, another quick tip is to make sure that you have some form of plastic to catch all the soil once you remove the plant from the pot. Now you can just go ahead and, like I said, if you prefer to use your hands, you can, but I found that the dirt got under my nails. So I carefully went in there with the wide tooth fork and I gently separated each bamboo plant from each other's roots and the soil. At this point, you can take your roots to the sink and clean it with some lukewarm water. You can run your fingers in there to make sure to get all the dirt from between the roots and then transfer it into a nice clean jar. I have here a recycled bottle that I cleaned inside and out, and I'm going to go ahead and pour some water in here. And once it's full, I'm going to carefully insert my bamboo plant, and there you have it, a nice, happy, healthy roots. Now, seeing as I have 2 more bamboo sticks, we are going to do this process again with 2 more recycled jars here, and I will show you how I carefully insert the bamboo plant inside the jar. So you're going to take the 2 bamboos that you just recently cleaned, and you are going to grab the roots carefully, try and insert the roots that you see there into the nose of the top and just insert it, and it's that simple. Now don't be scared if you hear some cracking. The roots are strong, and essentially the first one didn't give me a hard time, but the second one did, and I had to make sure that all the roots were tucked in, and then I just carefully wriggled it in there, and firmly but carefully, and it just slid right in, and whatever roots came out, I just tossed them. There's more roots there, more roots will sprout, and there you have it. Thank you to everyone that stuck around to the end of this video. If you would like more information on more tips and tricks on how to care for your specific plant that you have at home that maybe I didn't have here on the video, we have a download and streaming tab on our website that has access to all of these content such as Hoopla and Canopy if you want to check out a book. If you don't have a library card, we do have signups online. Also, under homework help, we have a free resource called Universal Classes. In this, you can sign up for free and take classes on plant care. We hope everyone is staying safe, and until next time, bye guys.